What's up, everybody? It's Daddy Goods, and today we have the Erotic Goddess. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm chilling right now. I think that I've had a little bit too much coffee, a little too much caffeine, so I'm a little jittery right now. But I always work through
Mhm.
the jitters. How you feeling today?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I haven't had any coffee or anything, but I did have like this bubble tea earlier.
Mm, I
They're
love
so
bubble
good.
tea. I love
Oh, they're
anything
so
bubbly.
good.
I know, right?
Oh, like they've got these little pearls at the bottom of them.
Oh, like boba type thing.
Yeah, it's like boba, but it's not like the boba that's in like the tea coffees.
Hmm.
It like pops juice in your mouth instead of
Ah,
being like. Yeah,
it's
they're really
crazy
good.
how that became like a thing now. Like people really just love the boba style drinks or anything that has something that just kind of pops in your mouth a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
Yeah,
it's like
they're
a
so
it's like a
good.
craze. That
Mm-hmm.
that sounded kind of funny, huh? I'm like things that just pop in your mouth. Everybody right now, they're like,
Well, when I try to describe it to like a few people that I know, because I wanted them to like try this place,
mhm.
they were like, "What is it?" Because I was trying to explain like what it is, and I would tell them that it's like a little sack that pops in your mouth,
Right.
and they just didn't really think that sounded very great. But I feel like
You-
that was the best way to describe it because it is like a sack. It really is.
no, it definitely sounds like it is a sad. What was the best fruit snacks back in the day?
I didn't really eat fruit snacks a lot.
No?
Oh,
Ah.
fruits. Okay, no, actually, I take that back. I used to eat the Scooby Doo ones all the time.
Oh,
Those,
shout out to the Scooby Doo ones.
yeah, those are the ones I chose.
I don't know why I was thinking gushers, like the just the way they just
See,
kind of pop in the mouth.
those I weren't a fan of. I wasn't a fan of Gushers when I was younger.
You weren't a fan of gushers? That's like fighting words right now. I don't know. That's kind of
And
crazy.
or like fruit roll ups. That's what I thought you said at first. That's why I was like, I wasn't a fan of those. But yeah, no, I didn't really eat fruit roll ups either.
I was cracking up because my cousin the other day told me that at a family party they had a contest. And the contest was you had to eat a fruit roll up with no hands, and it had to start, completely unraveled first. And whoever can eat
Mhm.
the fruit roll up the quickest would win. And he was all excited. He was like, I won, I won. I was like, I don't know if that's a good
Oh my god. Yeah, that's
thing.
hilarious. Jesus.
I know. Well, thank you so much for being on this podcast. I'm super excited that you are joining me today. And you are the erotic goddess. Do you go by anything else?
Yeah, I go by Lexie as well.
Lexie as well. Lexie as well. See, I wasn't sure when I was creating this broadcast if I should put Lexie or erotic goddess, but I just kind of
Yeah.
I
Well,
ran
because
with yeah.
yeah, my main like my first Instagram was like Lexie's toes, and then that got deleted, and then I had another one that was Lexie's souls, and then that got deleted, and so I decided to just not like put feet in it at all, and
Mhm.
that's kind of like my Twitch name too. It's erotica, so I
I
do
was
that.
super relieved to know that you do Twitch because I knew that you would have a whole mic set up and everything. I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be like two streamers collabing at once.
Hmm. Yeah.
How often do you stream on Twitch?
I haven't streamed in like a week and a half, but
Oh
I need
no.
to.
We got to get Lexi streaming, y'all. We got to get her streaming like every single day. I feel like that's the way to do it, is to just be out there every day.
Yeah, I well, when I first made it, I was like streaming every day, but I've been painting my living room this week, so that's been
Uh,
like a
like the
pain.
walls, or are you doing like art type paintings?
Painting the walls.
Ah, gotcha. That's what's up. That's a
Yeah.
task right there. I'm not good at painting, so
Like I like to paint, but when I'm like almost done, I'm over it. I'm like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore.
yeah, it gets tiring. Your arm starts getting tired. You're like, oh my gosh, like I can't go no longer.
For me, it's my legs because like I'm tippy toeing like to get to the top and stuff. So my
Mhm.
calves are like burning right now.
Oh goodness. And you just remind me today is leg day today. So I'll be in the gym doing leg day. Not looking forward to it. So
My
Lexie, you
fave
strike me
bet.
as I don't know about that. Maybe for like the ladies, because like ladies want to like focus on legs and what have you, but guys like chest day is our day, and then when leg day comes around, it's like
Yeah. I like the feeling after leg day more than any other workout.
the feeling, like the sensation of the burn that you like.
Yeah. hmm
Oh,
I don't really like. I'm not a fan of it like in my chest or like in
mm.
my arms that much, but my legs, like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. See, the burning sensation is good though, because that tells you that you're working it, right? And that it's gonna grow.
hmm
That's something that
Yeah.
I'm trying to get used to right now, because I'm working out with this real bodybuilding type of dude right now, and he's like training me like on some personal training type stuff. But he's my boy, right? But this is like his
hmm
business, and so he's got me in the gym going hard because he wants others to see that he trains people really hard. And so as
hmm
of like the last 2 weeks, he's been having me going crazy hard, and I'm like, damn man, this motherfucker is killing me in the
I
gym right now.
know. Yeah. See, I wanted to have like a personal trainer a while back, but I feel like that's such a big like commitment because like I wouldn't want to like let them down or anything, and I just mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
I feel you on that. No, that's
hmm
true, because I mean, we always feel one way a certain day and another way the next day, and that is kind of how it is
hmm
with working out too. Like you'll be real
Exactly.
dedicated on a certain week, and then the next week you're like, oh man, I don't really feel
Yeah.
like doing this. But I don't know, it's kind
Yeah.
of like that with like being in the content world too, right? I'm sure there's some days where you're like, I don't feel like taking any pictures or
Oh
posting
yeah.
anything.
For sure. Yes, there definitely is those days. I think there's yeah, it's like that with anything really.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I see that you've been getting into the foot world quite a bit. How long have you been in the FFC arena?
I started posting 2 years ago almost. It'll be 2 years in like November, September, something like that.
Did it start as like a joke in some kind of way, or did you know that you were gonna like really dive into it and indulge in all of the?
Well, I always thought like I had pretty feet,
Mhm.
but I guess I wasn't expecting me to actually like stay in it. If that makes sense. Like
Right.
I just thought I kind of would like try it and then be like, it's not working, so do something else.
But did it work like right away for you?
I mean, like when I first started posting,
Mhm.
it was like not like what it is now, obviously, but I would say like, yeah, I mean, it definitely kept me like doing it more. So I think it like worked pretty quick. But I was posting a lot, like probably too much, honestly.
Like five
Like
times a day type of posting?
probably more than that. Like I
Mm.
started on Reddit and so there's like multiple foot sub Reddits on there. So I
I'm
was posting like
learning.
each one I would post like 1 to 2 times a day, multiple different
Yeah,
subreddits.
see,
So I was posting a lot.
I'm learning the whole Reddit game right now. I was recommended some subreddits by Math McKitten. Shout out to her. I see she's in the comments,
Mhm.
as well as Cosmic. And I'm gonna shout
Yay.
out everybody in the comments too. So if you're watching this live, make sure you drop some comments, because I'm gonna be shouting you all out on the first foot commercial. But yeah, she was telling me about all the different subreddits and how I should, kind of interact and just make myself known as a presence with my podcast and what have you. But I'm still trying to figure it out. Like I'm leaving comments on different posts and what have you, but it
hmm
definitely seems like you gotta grind a little on Reddit.
Yeah, that's where I started. I think it's a good place to start. Like I that's the first thing I had. I had Reddit for almost like a year, almost probably 6 months, and then I made a Instagram and like a Twitter. So I already had like a following when I made those. But I definitely think it's like a good place to start. I feel like I don't know. I feel like you can get noticed kind of more easily on there, just with how many different like subreddits there are and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, I have like no idea about Reddit, but I'm quickly realizing that it is damn near like one of the biggest social medias out there.
Yeah, it's fucking huge. There's a lot on there. Like, if you need anything, find anything, you'll find it on there. For real.
I know that verified feet, I think, is the subreddit. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah.
One of the bigger ones, right? For subreddit.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's a bunch.
And then
Yeah.
I seen one that was like self worship or something along
Hmm.
those lines. So
Yeah, there's literally like so fucking many subreddits. It's insane. It really is.
my first idea of Reddit, like when I would think of Reddit, was like scary stories, and I think you might resonate with that a little bit, right?
Yeah, I listen to those. Hmm.
Yeah. See, I knew it. I knew it because I see like your whole vibe and your
Hmm.
presentation is very. Would you call it, or what would you call your whole like style?
I don't really call it anything because I don't really feel like I am any certain style, if that makes sense. Like other people call me like things, but I don't know. I just like I have just never like been comfortable like picking what my style is, I guess, or calling it whatever. I don't know.
It. I get very like I don't give a fuck vibes from you. Like you don't care
Mhm.
what people think of you, no
Oh
matter.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I'm definitely myself. I like what I like, and it's that.
Yeah, I did do a little bit of diving in. Would you say that Halloween is your favorite holiday?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Yep.
I knew it. 'Cause you got a whole bunch of like scary movie tattoos and stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm getting a horror leg sleeve right now. I only have two on there. Yeah, I've got Michael Myers and Ghostface. I just got Ghostface the other day, actually. So.
Ghostface is like from the Scream movie, right?
Mhm. Yep.
I have been wanting to get the West Side Ghostface mask for so long, but they don't sell it. They don't sell it anywhere.
Really? You can't find it on anywhere?
No, I mean you can get the Ghostface mask, but the one
Yeah.
with the tongue out, you can't get it anywhere, like
I feel
at
like I
all.
used to see that all the time.
I thought so too, but maybe that's a Mandela effect.
Mhm.
Maybe it was at one point, and now it's like it's gone.
Yeah. Maybe like when that movie like was happening is when they were out. I don't know.
Perhaps, but then again, like Amazon and stuff like that wasn't happening around that time. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
wow. Shall we get into our first foot commercial here?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Shout out to everybody viewing this live right now. We got Erotic Goddess or Lexie, aka Erotic Goddess, on right now. Smash that like button if you are live to show the show some love. It helps greatly. You can also listen to this podcast on Apple, Spotify, all those cool places that you can consume podcasts if you're on the go. Let me do some shout outs in the comments right here. Well, we got the awesome foot commercial going by the Erotic Goddess. We got Roman Reigns Shield. Shout out to you, Tyler. Tyler's got a question too, but we'll get to that in a little bit, Tyler. Shout out to Hassam. Hassam said alternative. Oh shit, we gotta get on that. Hold on, Tyler. Let me write that down. Alternative. Shout out to Joe. Shout out Chance, Taylor Rain, or Taylor Renee rather. Avalon, Coverland Darkness, William Lewis, Matt McKinnon, of course. She goes by Lexie, but I call her mommy.
Oh my god.
Oh shit. Shout out to Jason Reeves, Cosmic Starlight, of course, Pedro Medina, Gary Hansen. Shout out to all of you. You need to play Dance Monkey. Dude, if I play anything other than YouTube's allowed a lot selection of music, they will like ban my video immediately. So that's why you hear this gorgeous music you hear right now. But it kind of fits, right? Shout out to Nog, Ige, User, Phantom J, all you great people. Let's get back into it. Are my sound effects too loud in your ear right now?
No, no.
All right, cool. Solid. So, alternative. Have you ever heard somebody say that you have an alternative style?
Yeah, I've been called alt, emo, goth, all those scenes when I was
So,
in high school.
so you wouldn't resonate with any of those at all, no?
I
Or you
mean,
just
I would agree that I like give off that. You know what I mean? But I just don't like being like I'm alternative or I'm goth. You know what I mean? I
right?
don't like. I just don't like saying that. I don't know
You don't
why.
like being put into a box at all.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Now that makes plenty of sense, without a doubt. But like having just things that you're into and then being put into a box, that is kind of messed up when you think about it, because I know I don't like being put in a box, and I got a lot of different interests and genres of music I like and things of that sort, rather. So it is crazy that if you wear black or got black nails and lipstick,
Yeah,
that you'd be considered goth right out the bat.
yeah.
Because
Like goth
what is
to me
for
is very different than like because people will call me goth, and I'm like I just know because I don't know. Goth to me is very different. I don't know. But like also when I think of goth, like I don't know, it's not necessarily just like a style. Like there's also like the music. So like people could be into goth music, but not like the style. So,
right?
but
I
yeah,
feel like that's me. That's damn near me,
yeah,
because I have such a like wide selection of music. If you were in the car with me and I was riding down the street, every song that followed each other, you would be like, "What the fuck? Like, how do you go from Little Peep to Tupac, or you know what I mean?
hmm,
Whatever,
yeah,
Drake to Taylor Swift." I don't really listen to Taylor Swift, but you get what I'm saying.
hmm.
It's such a wide selection right there. Speaking of music, what kind of music would you say you're into?
I listen to a lot of like metal, different
Uh,
kinds of metal. Not, I don't really listen to like any specific genre of metal, but I just like metal in general.
I feel like music is so different these days. You don't get like the huge bands like you used to anymore. But or maybe you do. I
Yeah,
don't know. Like maybe
I
there's
feel like
some.
it's also like people say. I feel like it's kind of like nostalgia too, though. Like that's why you're not feeling that way because that's like memories, like those old bands. I guess that's what I feel like. I don't know.
Wait, so let's dive into that a little bit. So you say that it's kind of like nostalgia. You mean like the feeling that you got from the bands back in the day?
Yeah,
You
yeah. Like
can't
when you're
replicate that
younger.
feeling.
Yeah, I feel like yeah, that's what I feel like. Cause like
No, that
I've
makes
felt the
sense.
same way where I'm like, oh, I wish there were like bands like there were when I was 14. But there are, it's just I'm not going through that phase of like just finding them and like finding out how I want to like be and stuff. So I'm not getting that same, you know what I mean? Like I've kind of already heard all of these before. They're just new bands. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
No, it makes total sense, actually. And maybe that's what I'm going through right now when it comes to music, because I just can't find anything that I really truly connect with anymore, music wise. Once upon a time, a band or an artist used to put out an album and you can connect with every song on that album, and
Yeah.
it could put you in a different place mentally when you listen to that, or you can remember where you were when you first heard that song. And
Hmm.
these days I can't connect with anything that I'm hearing, and I don't know if it's a lack of promotion or if it's just straight up a lack of good artists in the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for me, it's also like I tend to listen to the same music like over and over again. I don't know. I never really like look for new songs. I just always like go back to the ones that I keep listening to.
Did you know who Little Peep was?
Mhm. Yeah,
Did you like his music?
yeah, yeah. I used to listen to his music.
Did you know about the music though while he was around, or did you kind of learn about it after he passed?
No, I listened to him when he was still alive.
See, I didn't like all the way like dive into his music until after he passed. But when I dove into it, I was like, man, this is some good ass shit right here. But he
Yeah.
definitely claimed the whole goth world, from what I understand.
Yeah, people would say he was like emo rap,
Emo rap.
which I mean, I don't even know honestly. Like, I don't like labeling stuff. So, but that's what I like hear people say all the time. That he's emo
I
rap.
guess you'd be able to label even XXX Tentacion emo rap too, right?
Yeah, I feel like people done that as well.
Yeah, it's jacked up that all of the good artists they keep on going so
I know.
soon.
I know it is sad. It's really sad.
It's like, damn, like how is that the trend in music? It's wild. Do you think that there's like some kind of conspiracy behind things like this?
I mean, a lot of people think that there is like, but I don't know. I mean, there are so many like conspiracies that could like. There's just too many. There's too many. But a lot of people like try to say that they like sold their souls to the devil and stuff. Those
Mm.
two specifically. But I guess we'll never know.
Shall we get a little dark on the podcast today?
Sure.
Do you think that it's a possibility to sell your soul to the devil?
I'm very conflicted on stuff like that. Like religion for me, I'm very like conflicted on the whole thing. Um, I don't know. It's just I really don't know how to describe it. I just don't know about any of it. Is the best way as I can like put it. Because people ask me all the time if I'm like religious, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah, is that too like personal of a question for anybody to be asking, type of thing?
I mean, for some people, they might think it's too personal. For me, I don't really care. It's just like I feel like my answer is not good enough because like I really just don't know how to describe or like what to say really because like I really don't know. I'm just very conflicted on all. Like I have so many like thoughts where I'm like it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? But like
Mhm.
I don't know.
Like what doesn't make sense? Religion in general?
Just a lot of things like with religion. Just a lot of things that like people say, a lot of the like way certain people act or like how a lot of like religious people will try to like push the religion on you. I don't
Yeah.
know. For me, I feel like that personally like pushes a lot of people away from it.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I've always been very like ever since I was like little. I've just always been very like conflicted on it.
No, I could dig it. I mean, it's something that I'm conflicted on as well because I was born and raised as a Catholic person, right? Shout out to
Mm-hmm.
all people that were born and raised Catholics. I don't have nothing against any religion, nothing like that. I just want to put that out there. But since we're on the topic right now, these days I don't look into that at all. I don't look into the whole Catholic thing, and I don't really care to go to a church or anything of that matter. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I believe in God, but
Mm-hmm.
I just can't get down with any religions or anything like that no more. Everything just seems like such a mind fuck to me these days, or
Mm-hmm.
like everybody's trying to brainwash somebody. Or you go to a Christian church or something, you got the guy on the stage, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, by the way. I'm just speaking.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing.
I'm
Yeah.
just talking right now. But you go there and then you got people that are very righteous, and that's what's up. I like it when people are righteous and feeling great about themselves and everything, but I think it's when people come off like they're trying to be too righteous to you, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
or trying to feel like they're better than you for whatever reason. That's when it gets a little dicey to me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For me, I just never felt like, and it's just I don't know why, but I just never felt like I don't know. I just never have felt comfortable in a church. I don't know why. People probably like think I'm crazy when I say that, but I just feel like the people there just like I don't know. I've just never felt warming and like welcoming. You know what I mean? I don't know why. Like ever since I
Mhm.
was little. I don't know.
No, I feel you on that, and I could imagine. And honestly, that was the same way for me too. Like I always felt like in my life that I was the black sheep in many
Mhm.
occasions and situations. So, you know, I could relate to that in a lot of ways. Being somebody who is really indulged in the whole FFC world and everything, do you feel like when people find out about you being a part of all this, that they give you like a special kind of treatment or a different kind of treatment rather?
Mm, so I don't really have like a lot. If you're talking about like religious people, still, I don't really have a
Well,
lot of like super religious people in my life. But for the people that like know, most almost like everyone that I know
mhm.
personally knows what I do. They don't really care.
Oh
I
no.
guess like I mean, yeah, they don't really like. I mean, like when I first told them that I was doing this, they were like, "What?" You know what I mean? But they weren't like weirded out by it or anything like that. They were just like, "How are you doing that?" You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, no, I mean,
It is. It
I
is a
don't feel like they
fascinating
really.
world.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
know a
they
lot.
more so just didn't think that you could like make a living off of it. If that makes sense.
No, it does make sense. You see that chick, Bad Baby, the chick that went viral for going on Dr. Phil and saying "Cash Me Outside." How about that? You see
Yeah,
what kind of ridiculous numbers she's putting up on OnlyFans.
yeah, I saw that.
That's
Pretty
kind of
crazy.
crazy, right?
Pretty crazy. Yeah. Yep. That's
How about
insane.
how about a year like that for the Erotic Goddess? What's your next move?
Yeah, I would be ecstatic for that, but no, yeah, I'm just trying to like stay creative in my head, not overwork myself.
Hmm.
Because if I overwork myself, I tend to get burnt out on what I'm doing. So I'm trying to just like take it slow and
Yeah,
not overwork myself.
I feel
Because
you
when
on
I
that.
first started, I
Mhm.
definitely like I was like, oh, I gotta go, 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 go. You know what I mean? Like I gotta do so much. Um, but it just really like takes a toll on you, like mentally.
Yeah, no, it definitely can. And I mean, like even with doing the podcast, like you do gotta take breaks here and there. And
Hmm.
if I was podcasting every single day, I definitely would get burnt out. But keeping it fun is
Yeah.
always something that matters whenever you're making content and what have you. So, I totally get it. And like sometimes you hit like a plateau on creativity too, and you're like, damn, what do I
Hmm.
do?
Yeah. Well, the thing about that is like a lot of my fans, I feel like they just like simple like JOIs
Hmm.
and like very just like simple ones. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm doing those too much. You know what I mean? And I don't want to like, but it's like what they want. But I don't know. I just don't want to feel like I'm like repeating things too much. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I feel you on that. Do you feel like you enjoy doing JOIs?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love doing JOIs. It's just that I don't want them to think like, you just made one just like this. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
like, it's never like the exact same one. It's always different like variations of JOIs, but I still feel like I don't know.
Is there ever too degrading of a request?
Oh yeah, yeah, I get a lot of those,
How
which is
how do
fine though.
you
I love
like
those.
how do you respond to something like that? That seems degrading.
When someone wants like a degrading custom,
Hmm.
I'm very happy about it. I love doing those. Yeah, those are probably like like that and like JOIs are like my favorite things to do. So I mean, I'm always very like welcoming about it. I'm never like, oh, you want that? You know what I mean? So it never like shocks me, I guess I should say.
Like, what about like boundaries on what you're willing to say to them? Like, is there like a certain level of
Okay.
respect that you request?
So there are things like I won't say. Like I've had people come to me like about like their race and stuff and wanting me to like degrade that and I won't do that. Um and I won't I don't really like to degrade like people and their family. I've had people ask me to do that. Like I don't know, degrade like people they know or something like that or like their girlfriends. like degrade them and like say I'm better. I don't like doing that. I won't do that. So
I wonder what they do with that kind of content. Like, do they show their girlfriend, like, look, this girl just sent me this, and try to make it seem like
I don't think so. I think they probably keep that hidden because I feel like most of the time, unless like I have had a few people where like their girlfriends know that they get content from me and they're like super chill about it, but they're never wanting content of me like degrading their girlfriend. You know what I mean?
right.
And I feel like people that do, if they do have significant others and they don't like know that they come to me, it's probably because they don't know that they have the fetish at all.
Right.
So like that happens a lot.
They got more of their own journey that they gotta figure out on their own.
Yeah, which like I understand that because like used to, I feel like a lot of fetishes, like foot fetish especially, was like very like people just thought it was so weird, like
right.
a while ago. But now I feel like it's becoming a lot more like normal, normalized. People are like talking about it more.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like it's getting better.
I totally think that it's getting better too, and you see it in a lot of mainstream stuff. Actually, I don't know if it was always there, but I'm noticing it so much now that I'm doing.
I get that. Yeah, I get that. I don't know. I feel like there was probably always like jokes about it,
right?
But I feel like it's being more like normal now. Like I've seen so many like other like podcasts or just like TikToks or anything like that of people like just casually mentioning that they have foot fetish, and I'm like, yes.
Like, yes, I'm not alone anymore.
Well, I just like when people are like open and like talk about things that they like.
Me too. I mean, I totally resonate with people that are open and just tell me about who they are, because I don't judge people, and there's a huge demographic of people who don't judge others for the things that they're into. So I feel like I'd rather people who I talk with be open with me and tell me things, because I'm down to be open and discuss things with those people as well. And it just makes everything more interesting to just kind of open up. And I get it. Like everybody's not an extrovert. I don't even consider myself an extrovert.
I don't consider myself one. I'm very like introverted around people that I don't know. Like it takes me a little bit to like warm up, but I feel like if I feel that the person's not like gonna judge me or anything, then I'm really like open.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
But if I'm not really sure, like if I'm not sure that they're, gonna judge me, then I'll be like, I'll just keep it to myself.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. I'm the same way in a lot of ways when it comes to that. But shout out to the people who are the people that are out there judging too. Everybody can't be cool as people like myself and Erxtic Goddess. I pressed the laugh button accidentally. Oops. All right, let's jump into a footmercial. We'll be back, y'all. Once again, y'all, appreciate you all for being on right now. If you're here, drop that comment, because I'm about to shout out y'all in the comments every single time we do a footmercial. Smash that like button if you haven't already. It helps the podcast. I got all of Erxtic Goddess social media right to the right bottom of the screen. If you are listening to this, I'll just go ahead and let you know what they are. On Twitter, it's Lexie Girl, so it's LEXIEGRLL. IG is Erxtic.Goddess, and no O on the Erxtic. It's an X, so ERXTIC.Goddess. And on Twitch, she is Erotica, no O. Replace the O with the X. Let's go ahead and shout y'all out in the comments right quick. I already shouted out a lot of you guys. Hold on, time out. I like that you're staying so active in the comments, though. Ronnie Donnie, what's up, man? Parasite E35 says her feet are gorgeous. For sure. So is her conversation. She's a dope person. Nelson, what up, Nelson? That's a loyal viewer of the podcast. Amir, what up? Rafael Rico, what up? Shout out to all of you. I see a lot of A lot of you all like just kind of going back and forth with each other in the comments. That's cool. Joan Troller, what's up, man? Hassan said, "What's JOIs? Stop playing. You know what JOIs are." Louis Diesel haven't, said you can't stop staring at your feet. All right. Well, maybe it's time to put my feet on the screen. No, kidding. Immediately would lose all the subscribers. Like, I mean, they'd be like, "No."
There's actually like male feet, or there's a place for that.
Do you have a foot fetish at all?
Yeah, I definitely love feet.
Like male feet or women feet?
I think I like women's feet more.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen nice male feet though, so like I wouldn't be opposed to that if they were nice and like
I feel like guys should be getting pedicures anyways. I mean, you gotta stay.
Oh, I agree 100%. And a lot of guys are like, oh, why would I go? But honestly, like I see guys at nail salons a lot getting them done, and like I feel like when you say that, they probably think that they have to get like their toes painted every time, but you literally can go just for them to like clip your toenails and like scrub your feet and stuff. That's it.
Right. No, I mean, that's a respectable thing to do, guys. I mean, we got to keep up with the hygiene too. I see that you got like a ton of toe rings on. I gotta ask because I know that you make jewelry. Did you make those yourself?
No, so I don't make the toe rings. So I took jewelry in high school, and like I made a ring in high school, but I don't have like the stuff to do that because you gotta like solder it together and like all that stuff, and I just don't really have the space for all that right now. But I make chainmail like jewelry.
Okay, it's called chainmail.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And how would one make chainmail? I mean, I don't know if you want to give out your secrets on the podcast, but
it's actually really easy. I find it really easy. I actually have like a necklace right here that I made. So like this, they're like different weaves. So I obviously learned like in high school how to like kind of start these, but like 2 months ago I started picking it back up, and I literally just like looked up YouTube videos on how to learn how to do a lot of those.
Man, you can learn so much on YouTube, like in every type of skill that there is.
Yeah, I really like making jewelry. That's something like I really enjoy.
No, I can see that, and you do a very good job at it.
Thank you.
Like, do you sell your jewelry at all?
I have sold. So I actually sold an anklet to Mathema that looks bomb and stuck on her. And I done a anklet, 2 anklets, and a necklace for another foot model. Her name's Grace. And then I've made a bracelet for a fan, and an anklet and earrings for another fan.
I feel like you should make some for myself and Mama Goods, and we will buy them from you because you make some tight ass shit.
Yeah, the most recent fan, he bought an anklet, earrings, and he's gonna buy a necklace for me too, but I'm out of black jump rings right now, and I don't know when I'm gonna be able to get them back. But he's like giving that to his wife.
Damn.
Whenever they're finished.
That's really cool, actually. You're an entrepreneur in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like, honestly, I'm kind of wanting to like in like next year maybe go to like different like vendors type things, festivals, to like have like a table of jewelry there, because something I really like doing. And I would like my fans, if they bought, I would love seeing like my stuff on them.
That would be very, very cool, actually. I mean, that should be, I mean, I'm trying to say is like you can use the platform on what you're using right now with the content that you're posting as a kickstart to selling jewelry. That's
Yeah,
something
I
that
get asked a lot if I have like an Etsy, which I
Mhm.
don't have one, just because Etsy's kind of confusing. Like, not to buy from, but to like sell on Etsy, it's kind of like confusing. And I just feel like they take such a huge fucking percentage. Sucks. But Etsy is also really good because like people can just find you on there. They don't have to search for you specifically. So
Yeah. Hey, you all better behave in the comments right quick because I'm looking at the comments right now. Now we'll start putting. I got something called the timeout zone. It'll put you on timeout for 5 minutes. Anyways, back back to you. Yeah. So I feel you on that. Well, I feel like we should definitely make something happen with the jewelry because I definitely need one. I mean, I could be wearing a necklace right now with it's like the signature Erxtic Goddess necklace.
Yeah, I I will for sure. I love, like, seriously. That's like what I do now, and jewelry.
Hmm.
Love it. If I could do both of those forever, rest of my life, I would be like very happy with that.
Do you believe? Now I'm switching up the subject here. Do you believe in horoscopes at all? Because I want to start doing horoscopes on the podcast. If you're down,
Yeah, I mean, I do definitely for sure. I'm a Libra, so
a Libra. All right, let's
yep,
do Libra horoscope for today. Are you down?
yeah.
All right, horoscope.com, everybody. All right, so your horoscope for today, and then let's decipher this, and you tell me what you think about this and how you feel.
Okay.
All right, so it says April 27, 2022, Libra horoscope. Some disturbing dreams could bring up doubts you may have about the motives of someone you consider a friend. Libra. This person might have been acting strangely, and you could be wondering about the future of your friendship. It's important to look at the symbols in the dreams and try to analyze what they are telling you. They might be indicating your friend, you, or both. Think about it. What does that mean to you?
I don't know. I can't really think. I don't really remember my dreams, so
Mm,
like I never. It's like I don't dream, honestly.
that's
Kind of
that's
sucks.
crazy. That is
Yeah, it sucks. And if I do remember them, they're normally bad dreams.
I feel like a lot of times we dream because it's been induced by something that we have ingested, like eating
Hmm.
wise or food wise. Here's something that's kind of crazy, and you can tell me what you think about this. Whenever I eat like a steak or some kind of animal meat, I will
Hmm.
have like possibly have like a bad dream later that night. And I think it's super crazy because a lot of times my vegan friends, and I was vegan at one point, tell me that when those animals are getting slaughtered, that they're feeling fear and certain emotions, that
Hmm.
that energy stays within that meat, and then when you consume it, it goes in your body and gives you that energy, and then therefore you have a dream depending on what you have eaten and the energy that is now within your body.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it. Dreams for me, I seriously do not ever remember good dreams. Like, it's very very rare.
Mhm.
If I do remember it, I feel like I don't know. I feel like the only way it's gonna stick in my head is if it's like a nightmare. I don't know
That's kind
why,
of
but
crazy.
that's just how, like, I've always been like that.
Yeah, no, that is crazy. Because some people even lucid dream where they can like see their self as they're sleeping and shit like that. And that sounds creepy.
Yeah, the other day I actually had a dream about, and it was weird because I've never had a dream like this. It wasn't about like me or anybody that I knew, which they say like you can't dream about people you've never seen before, but
Mhm.
like I've never personally like talked to any of these people. It was super weird. Like it was like I was watching this happen,
Right,
but it wasn't a lucid dream because I couldn't like control it. You know what I mean?
right.
But yeah, it was about like this girl that got like kidnapped or something. at a very young age,
What?
and like she was trying to like escape from these people because she like figured out they weren't like her parents because she grew up thinking they're her parents. Very weird.
That is
Very
weird.
weird.
But you didn't recognize the girl in the dream?
No, nobody in it. It was like I was a fly on the wall watching. That's what it was like.
That's so odd.
Yeah, very weird.
That kind of
And
stuff,
like
like really,
I haven't recently like watched any movies like that either. So like I don't know.
doesn't that make you
Wicked.
wonder though? Like, what is a dream actually? Like, do you ever feel like you're in
Mhm.
like another dimension in that dream?
Yeah, that would be fucking crazy. Yeah, I mean honestly, like yeah, that would be insane. I feel like it definitely seems like that could be like an alternate reality or something.
One of the commenters right now, Rafael Rico, says he's always in a shootout in his dreams.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that are always like fighting in their dreams, like fighting for their life and shit. That's
Mhm.
hilarious.
That's
I
the
have
worst time to
like
fight in your dreams. It's like the slowest
mhm.
punch. Ah.
Yeah, I get repeated dreams a lot, but they're
Mm.
always like nightmares. Like when I
I
was
got
little,
a
I used to get this one dream about like a clown over and over.
oh oh my gosh. There's this place in Nevada. So I live in Las Vegas, right? And if
Mhm,
you drive to Reno from Las Vegas, there's this place in Tonopah, the city is called, and it's a clown motel. And they got
mhm,
so many like different like clown statues and what have you. And it's built right next to a cemetery. And
mm,
they say that this hotel or motel rather is haunted.
mhm.
So immediately when you mentioned a clown in your dreams, that's what came to my mind. The haunted clown motel. It's actually like world famous. If you looked it up on YouTube, it's huge.
I would be down to go to that.
Oh, I went to it. I didn't like
Oh, you
stay
did?
there. I did, yeah. I didn't stay there, and I don't think I would want to stay there. But they say that there's rooms that are more haunted than the other, and
Mhm.
there could be footsteps heard at night or little voices heard chattering throughout the hallways and what have you at night. Do you think that you'd be down to do some shit like that?
Yeah. Not by myself. I would need somebody there too. But yeah, I would love to do that. Like there's this like insane asylum or something that you can go and stay the night at. I think it's supposedly like haunted or something, and I've always wanted to do that, but I can't ever like find people to do it with me.
Yeah, well, I mean that seems like the best way to get possessed by a demon spirit if there was one is to go to some haunted place.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Have you ever had a dream where you dream about a certain place that you don't recognize and like you kind of just felt like, ah, that was odd, and then like years later you have the same dream, maybe not the same dream but a dream within the same setting and place, and you remember it kind of like or recognize it rather? Have you ever had that
I
happen?
don't I don't think so. Like I said, I don't remember a lot of my dreams,
Right.
and yeah, a lot of the time if I do remember, the space that I'm at is normally like not like I don't think I'd be able to recognize it, if that makes sense. I don't know
Right.
why,
No,
but
no, I hear what you're saying. I got somebody that just asked something that I really like. He says it's from Dimitri Williams. Shout out to you. He says, does Erotic Goddess have any experience with psychedelics?
no. I have never taken well, okay. Actually, I've never taken like acid or shrooms. Like that. I've done ecstasy before. I don't know if that's considered psychedelic. Is it?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's more of a euphoric drug, but
Yeah.
I think that people have hallucinated on ecstasy from possibly doing too much because some
Yeah.
people do like take more than one pill at a time, I believe.
Mhm. So when I was like in high school, like I did want to like try shrooms and stuff like that. But now that I'm kind of older, it kind of like I'm like, ugh, I don't know. I don't want to be like tripping for hours and like, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? I like that'd be exhausting.
Do you smoke weed at all?
I used to a lot. I don't really anymore though. Not that much. Very rarely.
Were you a paranoid smoker?
No,
No.
no. No, I was actually probably too chill, really.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
You seem
But
like somebody who would be super chill and like just like kind of keep to yourself and but
I'm very,
open up.
if I smoke, I'm very much like in my head. Like I'm just like thinking about so many different things in my head.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm the same way. I'm an overthinker as it is in general. So when I smoke, I'm just like I'm all the way indulged in thinking. I'm a rabbit hole type of guy. So, you know.
Yep. That's
All right.
exactly what I do.
Tyler, I got a question from Tyler, somebody who's on the podcast typically, and he's been asking this question like 3 or 4 times. So he says, how far can Erxtic spread her cute toes? Could you ask her, please? It would be nice during the foot commercial.
I can spread them pretty far. I think. I would like to think I can, but
See, that is kind of far. It does look like the pinky toes on the side of the foot, Tyler. See?
yeah, my pinky toe it's in its own little world over there. It really is.
That's really interesting. Well, Erxtic Goddess, I want to thank you so much for being on this show today. Is there anything that you would like to tell any of your fans out there before we get off the podcast today?
Yeah, definitely that they give me the creative freedom and let me do what I love every day, and I can't like appreciate it anymore. They're the reason I'm here.
Oh, that is so sweet. See, y'all. So for any of you out there right now who are not yet following all of her socials and subscribed to her on wherever it is she has platforms at, you can find all of those on her Twitter, her IG, and all those places. Make sure you go do that because I'm sure it's fire. But once again, Lexie, thank you so much for being on the podcast. Hopefully we can do it again in the future.
Definitely.
Super, super fire. And I definitely want to catch one of your Twitch streams sometime. So make sure you post about it next time you go live on Twitch.
Yeah, okay. I post about it like on all my platforms.
Perfect. Well, I'm trying to be there to tune in so we can catch the fire. Shall we foot marshal our way on out of here?
Yeah.
Show. All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna foot marshal our way out of here, and let's get it. Once again, if you are live right now, or if you're not live, smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Like right now, and press the bell icon on YouTube so that you're notified every time I go live. I'll tell you what, the algorithm is amazing, but sometimes it doesn't notify all of y'all. So if you click that bell icon, you will get notified. If you're on Apple, Spotify, any of those podcast platforms, please leave a review. It helps greatly. And also, you can watch this podcast on Spotify as well, everybody. So YouTube and Spotify for the videos and everywhere else for the audio. All right, y'all. We out of here. Don't go nowhere, Erxtic Goddess. I'm going to holler at you after the podcast. Let's get it. Thank you.